Hi, I'm Johnny Carson, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, starring Garry Moore.
Thank you. Good evening. Happy Midsummer's Eve, and welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret. I would like you to meet our panel for tonight. It is not our usual lineup, but I'm sure you'll be happy. While Bill Cullen is on a very brief vacation, very good friend of mine, and I'm certainly sure of yours, Durwood Kirby. And next to Durwood is Betsy Palmer, and of course, Henry Morgan. And let's pan back to Henry. That's enough. Let's pan over to Bess. Bess Myerson. Everybody being ready, I suppose, let's then meet our first contestant. Will you come in, please, sir? Sergeant, will you tell our audience where you are from and what your name is, of course?
Staff Sergeant Thurlow Patterson from Fort Monmouth, New Jersey.
This is Sergeant Patterson. He is from Fort Monmouth. And Sergeant Patterson, what's your hometown?
Our hometown is Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus, Georgia. I see by your insignia that you are in the Signal Corps. Now, right. Sergeant, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we'll share it with the audience at home. Here we go. Well, that kind of figures. Let's see what comes next. And I find that kind of interesting, but let's see what comes next. That's incredible. Well, classify Sergeant Patterson's secret panel. It concerns something he is going to do. And Henry, if you don't mind, I think we'll start with you tonight. Something he's going to do.
Sergeant, would we be more interested in when you're going to do it, or is that of any interest when you're going to do it?
Yes.
Is it in the immediate future?
Yes.
Does it have any, since you're in the Signal Corps, I'm wondering, does it have anything to do with communicating with space?
Communicating with space?
No. No.
Does it have anything to do with space?
No.
But does it have to do with your job in the Signal Corps?
Not at the present.
It has to do with communications. We'll say that so as not to baffle you. It is not his present immediate assignment. $20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to Bess.
Sergeant Patterson, since Henry established that that time is important and it is the immediate future, would it be as immediate as tonight?
Yes.
Uh-huh. You're going to do something on stage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it has to do with communication. Will you be communicating with us?
No.
No. Will you be communicating with somebody outside of the studio?
No.
Will you be communicating? Well, do you have any apparatus that you use here?
Yes.
Something that you invented?
No.
All right, $40 down, 40 to go. Durwood Kirby, please.
Is there someone else involved in your secret, another person?
Yes.
Durwood, let me express it this way, that there are persons implied in his secret, but not stated. In other words, the real accomplishment is Sergeant Patterson's. Obviously, he'll need help in it.
Is this communication feat that you're going to perform, does this require great skill?
Yes.
Does it require speed?
No.
Do you manipulate more than one machine at a time?
Yes.
All right, $60 down, $20 to go, and we go. Let's say this, Sergeant Patterson, if you'll agree with me. You manipulate one machine at a time, but you are involved with a second machine. The second machine you do not manipulate, right?
Correct.
Is that proper? All right, thank you. $60 down and $20 to go. We go to Betsy.
Sergeant Patterson, does this have anything to do with, say, for instance, like a signal key or something that you send signals with?
Yes.
And are you going to do something like a musical as far as the key is concerned? I mean, you're going to play a symphony with a signal key or something like that?
No.
Has it anything to do with music?
No.
Can you,
Can you, Panel Sergeant. Sergeant Patterson's secret is really amazing. He is going to send a message by Morse code and receive a message by Morse code, doing both at the same time, different messages. Sergeant Patterson is an instructor in field radio repair in the U.S. Army Signal Corps at Fort Monmouth. How did you ever discover that you could send one message while receiving a message that's quite different?
I was experimenting one night to see if it could be done, and I found that it could be.
He would be the last to say this, but I'll tell you, it calls for extreme concentration. That's exactly what Durwood says over there. You know, exactly it. Well, let's show you how this thing works. Will you open the curtains, please? Sergeant, you come out here with me, please. Now, Durwood and Bess.
Yes.
While we're getting set up here, will you write out on the pad and pencil, which you will find in front of you, a simple declarative statement of perhaps not more than 6 to 8 words, because we don't want it to take too long. Any kind of statement whatsoever. While you're doing that, I'd like you to meet the other gentleman involved. This is Sergeant Bacon over here, who will be sending a message to Sergeant Patterson. This is Sergeant Clements, who will be receiving a message from Sergeant Patterson. Now, Sergeant Patterson, meanwhile, will be sitting here. He'll be hearing Sergeant Bacon's Morse code message through his earphones. Now, immediately he has to decode each letter as it comes through and write that down. Then at the same time, he will have another message here, which he has to send in code to Sergeant Clements. In other words, he will be receiving and sending at exactly the same time. All right. Now, Durwood and Bess, you have your statements made out?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Now, I will give Durwood's message to Sergeant Bacon. He will send it to Sergeant Patterson. To Sergeant Patterson, I will give Bess's message. Simultaneously, he will be sending this while receiving that. And lots of luck. Go, gentlemen. We seem to have completed it. Here's the message. Durwood?
Yeah?
Here's your message. Is this what you sent?
Yes.
I am rubbing my stomach and patting my head.
Yes. That's right.
Now we'll see how he got along with the sending. And Bess? You ready? Is this what you sent? What are we having for dinner tonight?
Exactly.
Great. Thank you so much. Sergeant Bacon, Sergeant Patterson, I can only say I regard you with awe. Thank you ever so much. It is time now to meet our special guest for tonight, a gentleman for whom I have a particularly high regard as a person and as a performer. He is unfortunately has his own show on another network. Here is my old buddy, Johnny Carson. Is it safe to shake hands?
I'm not sure, Gary, to tell you the truth. Gary, I'd like you to meet Mr. Lincoln Zahn on my left here.
Hello, Mr. Zahn. How are you?
Gary.
I don't mean to call it to your attention, but you seem to be hooked up to something here.
Well, you know, Gary, I've been a panelist, on your show a couple of times, sitting over there, and I've noticed how tough it is to guess the secret unless the person gives you exactly the correct answer, tells the truth.
That's right. If a contestant tries to foul you up, it really does leave you confused.
So I brought Mr. Zahn along tonight. He is operating a lie detector, and I want to be sure that my answers will be correct tonight.
This machine will be going on you all the time that you give your answers to the panel?
Right.
Let's have a demonstration, if we may, Mr. Zahn. Can you explain in a brief manner what the machine is about or how it works?
Well, very basically, we measure some 28 reactions per second, broken down perhaps into 3 major categories. We measure his heartbeat on this bottom pen right here. We measure changes in perspiration on the surface of the body, which is measured by this pen right here. And finally, we measure breathing changes on the top pen.
Well, ask him a question in which he can respond truthfully so that we can see the truthful pattern. And then we'll try him on a lie. So first time, answer truthfully. Second, deliberately lie. Will you, Johnny?
First one's true, huh?
All right, first one's true.
All right. Is your name Johnny?
Yes.
Well, perhaps let's, well, we see we get very little response there. So is today Wednesday?
Yes.
All right. Now we'll try
That's the
one.
normal pattern.
That's the normal pattern. Lie on this question. Is today Thursday?
Yes.
Look at the needles jump.
And I think you could see it in all 3 phases right there. That's it very, very roughly.
Oh, boy.
So, Johnny, as the panel asks you questions, trying to guess your secret that you are taking a lie detector test, you will tell the truth sometimes and an untruth at other times.
I can go either way.
Either way.
All
We'll
right.
see how it reacts on the meter. All right, we'll have to close you up for just a minute, but we'll be right back.
All right.
Want to send the panel in, please, from the dark dungeon off stage? It's a difficult question to try to guess, but perhaps they can do it. I'm not quite sure. But we'll give them a try. And in order, they come Betsy Palmer, Bess Myerson, Henry Morgan, and Durwood Kirby. Well, you all know Johnny Carson, but right at the moment, he is in no condition to be seen by you. He's sick?
He hasn't got any clothes.
We're going to ask you to put on your blindfolds. And you may remove your blindfolds as each of you finishes your term of questioning, all right? Betsy, I love your mind.
Well, no, he could be getting into a costume. That's
Yes,
what I meant.
sure. All righty. So, now will you open the curtains, please? This concerns something that Johnny Carson is doing. We'll start the questioning with Durwood Kirby, please.
All right, Johnny, are you doing this now?
Yes.
Are you doing this alone?
No.
Are you doing it with Garry?
Yes.
Is this thing that you...
John, may I say that while I am standing by your side, I am really not a principal in this. Am I really?
No, that's right. He's not a principal.
Oh, he's merely an observer? John?
Yes, yes, sir.
He's merely observing?
Yes.
But is he helping you perhaps by handing you anything?
No.
Well, is what you're doing physical?
Yes.
Well, are you lifting anything?
Yes.
John, excuse me. Within the limits of the game, I'm sure you're lifting the spirits of our audience, but as far as physically lifting something, I don't think that can be true.
You're right there, yes.
All right? $20 down, $60 to go. Durwood, you may take yours off, but no comments, please. And Betsy Palmer.
Johnny?
Yes.
Does this have something to do... Just because you said you were lifting something, I'm thinking something else. Does this have something to do with costumes?
No.
Does it have anything to do with your wardrobe?
No.
Does it have anything to do with that you are an archer? Yes, an archer.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
And,
see? Does it have
John,
to do
I
with...
think if you'll pardon me, I think
Well,
you're
it's
thinking
not-
about the last time you were on the show when you
That's
shot the
right.
apple off my head. That has nothing to do with tonight's appearance,
No,
right?
you're right. I was...
Had the 2 shows confused. This has nothing to do with his archery, Betsy. You may remove your blindfold. $40 down, $40 to go. And so we go, please, to Henry Morgan.
Johnny, is this some other kind of skill you have?
No.
Is it something that people ordinarily do?
Yes.
Well, why are you doing something that people ordinarily do?
Johnny, I'm sorry, Henry. We're not being intentionally obscure. It's just that I really don't think that everybody does this all the time, John.
Well, I guess you're right there.
In other words, it has been done by many people, but is not done by the ordinary person. Henry, remove your blindfold, please. $60 down, $20 to go, and we go now, please, to Bess.
It's awfully quiet over there. Usually there's... You don't care what he's doing? There's usually lots of... Are you lying down, Johnny?
Yes.
You are? Are you having something done
I don't
to
think you heard the last word in the question.
Oh, I see.
The question was, are you lying down?
Oh!
No,
Johnny?
he's not lying down. Whee!
This is the way Dick
Are you
Clark went.
lying?
What did you say, Bess?
I said, is he lying?
Are you?
No.
No? Are you... Listen, you're...
Bess, do you want to take off your mask?
Right.
You know now what it is.
He's lying. It's a lie detector. You were...
About 1/3 of the time, my truthful friend Johnny Carson was lying for purposes of demonstration. This is a lie detector machine. The gentleman who has been administering the test is Mr. Lincoln Zahn, president of Lincoln Zahn Incorporated, internationally recognized lie detective experts. And it's been amazing how, when on about every third question, Johnny would intentionally lie to you, that thing zooms up, even though he knows it's a game. Really? Panel, do you want to come up just in a line with the curtain? You'll see it taped off on the floor. There's a camera back here, and I don't want you to get in front of it, please. But we thought you'd like to watch while want to do a card trick with him? Can we do that?
Well, we won't do a trick, actually, because this is a demonstration, not a true test. But what I'd like to have you do is this, if you would. If you take those and put those in your pocket, Johnny, and reach into your pocket, pull a card somewhere from the center of the deck, and don't let them see it, don't let me see it, if you don't mind, please. Just look at it and memorize it yourself.
You got it? I'd like to show it to camera one, if I may, please, so the audience at home will know what it is. You got it at home there?
This is all television needs.
All righty. We'll put this on the table face down. Go, Mr. Zahn.
All right, may I have your hand again? Now, actually, did you memorize the card, first of all? All right, all I want you to do then is sit absolutely still, if you can, please. Answer the one-word no to every question we ask you about that particular card. Whether it's right or wrong, you just say no. If you say no to everything, you must be lying somewhere. Let's find out if we can spot it, although I do call attention that this is a demonstration with nothing at stake. Let's start perhaps right about here. Now, you'll answer no to every question. Did you pick a red card?
No.
Did you pick a black card?
No.
Try not to move, please. Did you pick a club?
No.
Oh, what a murderer you'd make, boy.
Try not to move again. All right.
I murdered somebody?
All right, so far we've established a black card and a club, I believe, but let's make sure it isn't a spade. Is it a spade?
No.
That looks relatively honest. Is your card somewhere from the jack to the king inclusive?
No.
Is it from the 6 to the 10 inclusive?
No.
Is it from the ace to the 5 inclusive?
No. No.
Look at it go.
Boy,
Try not to move for a moment.
I'm going to have to give it away. You've gotten it down within 2 cards. I mean, you've gotten it down within 4 cards, and it's the 4 of clubs. And we've got to say goodnight, Mr. Zahn, Johnny, we'll see you next week.
Hi, I'm Johnny Carson, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, starring Garry Moore.
Thank you. Good evening. Happy Midsummer's Eve, and welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret. I would like you to meet our panel for tonight. It is not our usual lineup, but I'm sure you'll be happy. While Bill Cullen is on a very brief vacation, very good friend of mine, and I'm certainly sure of yours, Durwood Kirby. And next to Durwood is Betsy Palmer, and of course, Henry Morgan. And let's pan back to Henry. That's enough. Let's pan over to Bess. Bess Myerson. Everybody being ready, I suppose, let's then meet our first contestant. Will you come in, please, sir? Sergeant, will you tell our audience where you are from and what your name is, of course?
Staff Sergeant Thurlow Patterson from Fort Monmouth, New Jersey.
This is Sergeant Patterson. He is from Fort Monmouth. And Sergeant Patterson, what's your hometown?
Our hometown is Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus, Georgia. I see by your insignia that you are in the Signal Corps. Now, right. Sergeant, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we'll share it with the audience at home. Here we go. Well, that kind of figures. Let's see what comes next. And I find that kind of interesting, but let's see what comes next. That's incredible.